Hi, my name is Tyler Kennecke, and I'm going to discuss to you about my visit to the Hmong Community Center. A couple months ago, we took a trip to the Hmong Community Center on the north side of La Crosse by Marcus Theaters, and I was really optimistic on going into there. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it was going to be worse than it was. I don't know. When I was there, I felt really out of place. I felt that people were staring at us. Not to say that the Hmongs are different people. They think we're different people. So we both think differently, but overall it was just an experience, a good experience, I guess, for the fact that getting used to different cultures and stuff like that is a good thing, and to learn about other people's beliefs and values and norms and stuff like that. We live every day like we think is normal, and they live every day like they think is normal. And I think it was the right thing to do in bringing the Hmongs to our country from Laos, where they were struggling to even stay alive, and where the culture was struggling to even become extinct, because their culture was about to become extinct, I think. As far as the interview with that man that we had there, I don't remember his name, but he was telling us about the culture, the Hmongs and their cultures, through that. First of all, verbally, he was letting us ask questions and things like that. And I brought up a question about why is there only, 18 last names to the Hmong culture or something of that nature. And he didn't really know. He just said that's the 18 names that came with them from Laos or wherever, Laos or another place where they came from, not really sure. But he said they just 18 last names is what they have and what they have to go by. So I thought that was kind of interesting, comparing them to the United States and the American people, of how many millions of last names we have. It's just crazy. Another thing that was kind of weird was the food that they eat. They can only eat like chicken when it's good Sunday or something like that. They can only eat certain foods, and he said something about them only being able to eat at night sometimes, where they have to go the whole day without eating for religious beliefs. Something. I don't think I could ever do that. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, another interesting thing was the blankets he showed us, with where the Hmongs started, how they got to where they did. They helped us fight in the war, and then how they got here. And it was really interesting to see that, first of all, a person sewed all that by themselves was really something. That would take years to do, which is really cool. And another thing was how many lives were lost in that battle they fought with. I don't remember the battle that they fought. I know they helped us in the war of something, and a lot of them died, which is why they are here today. Is we felt bad for. Well, first of all, we asked them to help in the war, and they agreed, and then they helped. A lot of them died, so we felt bad because their culture was basically going to go extinct. So we said, hey, we got a spot over here. We got them out of the camps and tents they were living in and overseas, and we gave them a place to live here, and they're striving very well over here. So another thing that was surprising was the way us Americans think about Hmongs. When I think of a Hmong, I think of a person that doesn't really know a lot. They're not very smart. They just average people, not like us, but just different, like lower class, like poverty type people. But that's not really the case in some of them. I mean, a lot of them are really wealthy. They have a lot of kids to spread their family, their names, their beliefs, and stuff like that. Um, they, I don't really know. I mean, they're really interesting people. They have all these like certain things they believe in, and they stick to what they do, and they do everything the hard way. They teach their kids, you know, if you're going to be successful, you have to go the hard way. Nothing's easy in life type of people, which is really cool. That's the way everyone should operate. I mean, nothing should be given to someone, or like if you have like wealthy parents should give their kids everything they have, because their parents had to earn what they have. So I think that the way the Hmong culture they teach that is really really cool. So that was cool. And then another thing that was really cool is we got to, after the class was over, that guy and a few of the Hmongs brought us over to their garage, and they have a bunch of like metalworking and woodworking materials in there and stuff. And there was a guy in there. I can't remember exactly what he was making, but I think he was making a knife actually. And it was really cool how all the tools they had, and they had to hammer on it, and they had to heat it up and bend it and that kind of thing. That's really cool. That's always something I really wanted to do. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll go back there and visit and maybe start making my own thing or something like that. I don't know. They probably wouldn't care. They're really nice people. So, but yeah, it was cool to see all the tools and stuff they had. It looks like, I mean, they're getting by really well, and everyone that works there they're all volunteers, which is really cool because they don't get paid. They're just there to help. They're there to feed them. They're there to take care of them, whatever they need help with, give them rides anywhere, because a lot of them just always walk everywhere. I noticed there's always Hmong people walking around. So I mean, some of them drive, but a lot of them don't. And another thing that I pointed out was why the Hmongs always drove Toyotas or Honda vehicles. You never see a Hmong driving a Ford or a Chevy vehicle or some kind of American-made vehicle. He didn't really know the answer to that. He just said they just like Toyotas and Hondas. That's what they want to drive, and that's what they think is cool and affordable, luxury, that type of thing. He also mentioned that Hmongs have like several different languages that they speak. There's like 8 forms of languages within their language. So, they speak a lot of different things, and for me that would be really hard to accommodate to if you're trying to hear what a Hmong person says, and you can only understand one language, but they have multiple languages. So I don't know, that would be really hard. Another thing I noticed is that the certain foods they eat too. They don't eat. I don't think they necessarily eat the same foods as we do. They only eat portions of things like rice and stuff. They like the rice, which isn't big here in America, but for them, rice is like what they want. I also mentioned chicken. They only eat chicken or whatever on Sundays or something like that. Another thing the Hmongs like to do for fun is in the community garden, they have like practices and stuff, and they practice their beliefs. They have like little programs to help them study and get smarter and things like that. They also have like a little sewing area they have where they go in there and they sew whatever they need to, like that blanket they made that showed how they got to America and what they had to go through to get everywhere. So overall, I just think it was a great experience to go there. I would go there again. I would bring someone else to go there again just to show them what it's like and stuff like that. So overall, it was good. It was a good experience, and I plan on going back there in the future. Thanks.